Good evening and welcome to the post-game press conference here at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup group phase game here tonight. Serbia beating France 68-62. We have coach Jean-Aimé Toupin along with player Sarah Michel, captain of the team. Sarah, can you please open it up with a few comments?
Hi. It's a little bit disappointing because we wanted to reach the first or second place in our group, but we are still in race and we're going to fight until the end.
Coach Toupin?
Of course, losing by this way. But anyway, I think the Serbia team have they did what they're supposed to do for this game here. We didn't have really the mains, and the little things. That was a little detail, talking about balls, talking about miss of communication. But anyway, I hopefully we're gonna learn from this type of game.
So we will open it up to questions for Sarah Michel first. Please raise your hand, state your name and your affiliation. And these questions will be in English first.
Hello, Evan Harding from FIBA World Basketball. So what's the plan after to just watch Japan and cheer them on?
Sorry?
Are you going to be just watching the Japan-Australia game and hoping for Japan?
Yeah. But I'm not sure it's going to change because we're going to be 3 in this stuff. And I think Australia, even if they lose, they will still be in front of us. They won by 14 against Serbia, I guess. So I think it's no. Ah, okay, maybe it's still on. I don't know. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not in our hands anymore, but we'll see.
Any more questions for Sarah? If not, we will let her go. No? You can leave, Sarah.
Merci.
And now we'll open up the questions for Coach Toupin.
Paul from FIBA. Coach, the rebounding situation is not getting much better. It's a real problem. And if you guys are 3 or 4, you will probably have to play USA or China, and that's going to be a big test on the rebounds.
Well, we know that.
Is there anything you can do in such a short space to improve?
No. It's going to be start to be more focused. We know that's part of the game. If you look at the profile of the team, we've been struggling since the beginning of the tournament on the board. So it's going to be one thing we got to improve, of course.
Any other questions for Coach? Are there any questions in French? Okay, if not, that concludes the first part of our press conference. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to the second part of the press conference. We're here with Serbia. Just to remind us, Serbia beat France 68-62. We're joined by head coach Marina Malkovic and player Yvonne Anderson. Yvonne, can you open up with some comments about the game?
Even though we know this doesn't have much of an effect on the next round, we just wanted to kind of win this for ourselves, kind of to show that the next step that we're at as a team, we're building a team together, younger players, older players, and each game is getting better. And today was just our day to really try and put it together and to do something that was about us and a little bit about pride too. And so we just tried to go and show that, you know, we can respect everything Marina's taught us and execute it the way we're supposed to. We did it in more flashes than times we didn't. But thankfully, I mean, we came away with the win. And we'll just take like the momentum into the next round.
Great, thank you. Coach Malkovic?
Yeah, well, this game is definitely, as she said, we wanted to show pride. We wanted to prove that, yeah, we're building a serious team that is not yet, that's far away from being one of the best in Europe or something like that, or in the world, but it's going that way. And we're slowly building that team. But the key thing about this team, I mean, first of all, anything coming from Serbia, whatever the age is, whatever, you know, the quality of the team is, simply has to go for the win. Our job is to win. And we don't see absolutely anything else. So our main goal is winning all the time. And you're asking me, in a friendly game or in a game that doesn't have a lot of impact or whatever it is. Because if you build that type of spirit, I believe that it remains like that, and that it stays strong, and that you always have that hunger for the win, you know, and that never in your life you enter into a situation where you, I believe when you try to calculate, then you're gonna fall at some point in the story. I believe that today we showed, as I said, that we have a bright future, but also that this win and these few big wins, like against Japan and quarterfinals for this young team just in creation, and then this big win against France is not gonna, you know, make us fly in the clouds. We're gonna, you know, the key thing of this team is modesty, actually, and you have the first leading example right next to me. So she's one of the most humble people I have met in my life, and all the girls are the same way in this team, and that's what we want to do. That's how we want to keep it. We don't, you know, we want to stay with our feet on the ground and well-educated and polite people, and try to do something in basketball in the next years.
Thank you, Coach. And we will open it up for questions for Yvonne. Just a reminder, state your name, affiliation. We'll do questions in English for both the player and coach, and then we'll move to Serbian after.
Paul from FIBA, congratulations on another tough win and very impressive win.
Thank you, Paul.
Marina, can you compare the early days of this new team with the hugely historic, successful building of the previous team, and kind of relate to where you are when you first had to build that team around, what, 2013, and how long it took?
2011. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't like to compare things. It's never, you know, it's never good. And it really isn't the same in any kind of way. Like, I think it's a totally different story. I mean, I was back in Serbia with Partizan, and most of the girls were there, and you know, we played Euro Cup, and we were a strong team. There were altogether 8 players in the team with me working for a whole year. Then we had our star players like Sonia, Jelena, Anna, who were playing EuroLeague. I mean, these 4 or 5 girls, Daniel Page, sorry, later on, a bit later on. But so it was, this is totally different. I mean, it was very hard because before that we couldn't qualify for Eurobasket 11 years, and like that's when this whole thing about Serbia women basketball started, you know, this way. So, but it's still, you cannot compare it. This team is a team built of players, again, I'm saying all the time, without any domestic league. A lot of them play in domestic league. When I say a lot of them, I'm talking about the big roster, let's say 16 to 18 players. All of them are coming without any experience, you know, they play. I cannot tell you, unfortunately, what the Serbian league looks like. It's very, very weak. We're trying to make something. Red Star is trying to do something, but I'm telling you the truth. It has nothing to do with any kind of serious basketball. So when these girls come to the national team practice, we're hustling so much, me and my staff. I mean, they have to learn everything, and on the court and off the court. And that's why we started working 3 months to try and do something. And I think that this game today, I mean, other games, but this game today, we proved what we were doing these 3 months.
Any more questions for Yvonne or Coach? Yeah, are there any? Oh, sorry, there's a question on Zoom. For Coach.
This one's from Super Basket in Greek. They say, congratulations on the win to the coach.
Thank you.
You were much better at rebounding against France, 44 rebounds for you and 25 for the opponent. Do you think that this was one of the keys for your victory?
Absolutely. I think that girls, when they hear me rebound, I mean, Yvonne can tell you better. What's your reaction, girls, when I talk about the rebounding? Just go do it. Just go do it. No, but I mean, we don't stop saying rebound. Skok, she speaks. I mean, she for sure gets it in Serbian also. I mean, yeah, it's a huge thing that we're focusing on all the time, obviously, because we don't have a huge, I mean, size and experience, again, for fighting and getting those rebounds. So having 44 rebounds against France, bravo, girls. Go do it. You did it.
If there are no more questions in English, we can move to some questions in Serbian now.
Serbian had a lot of time before, so
Yeah,
we're done.
well, Yvonne's already ice bath, but we'll let you go rest up. Okay, so if that's all, we will end the post-game press conference. Serbia over France, 68-62. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.